My name is Dr. Myrna Armstrong, and it's a pleasure to be here. I'm a 29-year reservist, and I have lived in a variety of states, so I think I have a broad perspective of ideas when I was associated with the military. I was activated for Gulf War and retired on the day that this war started. So I've also had, I always say that reservists also have to be able to complete 2 jobs and hopefully to do them well. So I've had a position within the Texas Tech University Health Sciences School of Nursing for the 17 years, as well as publishing and doing some research related to a variety of topics, including computer-assisted instruction, body art research, which has been a wonderful ride for 30 years, as well as recently we have been doing work publishing articles related to caring for veterans within journals, within that care, and so that we are much better at being able to provide that care. What am I doing today? Hopefully talking about transformative transition of your careers into an exciting other career. So I'm challenging you to consider a second career, post-military career options. So this work has been with 3 authors, and Dr. Patricia Allen, who was going to join me today, is not feeling well and so was not able to come. Dr. Donna Lake, who is a retired Air Force colonel and is teaching in East Carolina University. My objectives are to obviously hopefully point out your valuable competencies and how they can transfer into the role of a nurse educator, as well as seeking a career as an educator, and talking a little bit about the resources that are available for that transition. Here are the facts. The facts are, and we've seen it for a few years, over 55 years of my nursing career, we've had peaks and valleys as far as nursing shortages, and this one has stayed for a long time. We certainly know that there are a number of vacant nurse faculty positions, and that we turn away 75,000 qualified nursing applicants, that we certainly could be doing more to assist that. And it really hinges on the amount of faculty that we have. So Uncle Sam needs you for a different position. And what we would like to do, we are challenging you to exchange one uniform for another uniform. In selecting a nursing academic career, you are needed because of your expertise. If there's anything that you walk away from this presentation with, is the importance of knowing that teaching and being a nurse educator can afford the opportunity for you to shape the future practice of hundreds of students that are going to provide care for all the ultimate thousands of patients that they are going to be taking care of. Thinking of that then, how can we help you and how can we convince you that you might need to be able to be working and be hired as an academician? What are some of the reasons and advantages for you? Facilitating and empowering and leading. These have certainly been clues for you all throughout your military career. Now it would be with a different set of people. That you are continuing to learn every day in academia. You have that opportunity as well as being able to impart it. The autonomous work life that you will have, and while you will be working extremely hard in the semester and quarter, there certainly are predictive downtimes for that. You were imparting care and impacting care with your troops before. Now you're impacting them with students. I don't know if you're aware that within the nation, HRSA has funded at least 30 to 35 nursing programs across the nation, and they are helping veterans with health-oriented experience within the military to come back and to come into nursing. And this has been such an exciting opportunity for these individuals. Texas Tech is one of those programs. It's been exciting that we've been able to assess their skills and their competencies, provide 13 credits for their academic journey, and if they are willing to work extremely hard, they can progress and finish their program in a year with their accelerated nursing program. And they have been successful, they've been exciting students. So these would be some of the students that you would be working with, could be veterans, as well as civilian nursing students. Within the academic setting, nurse educators are usually expected to do practice as well as research. And in practice, we're talking education, practice, research, and service. But also, you have the opportunity for professional development within there. Now, I have to say that salaries are probably going to be a little bit less initially, but then with your progression within the ranks and such, there certainly would be some equality there. You are a valuable resource. So just reviewing a few of your skills to pump you up to realize how important and what you have done, all of those skills, as well as more skills, clinical assessment and triage and such, and more skills with leadership, policy making, public health, and such, as well as emergency care and mentorship. It's really not all your skills, but it also is your military values. Your work ethic, your decision making, your leadership, and most of all, your interprofessional communication and work and collaboration that you have done. Those are so essential that are needed within nursing curriculums. Not only your experiences, your stories, all have such meaning. Now, when we as our team began to look at this, and we studied the aspects, talking to a variety of people who have already, the military nurse officers who have come into academia, we found that there needed to be two resources about this situation. First of all, we wanted to be able to help guide you, the military nurse officer, into academia. And with that, we have been so grateful that ANCA has placed on their website a toolkit that looks and examines this particular issue. And I appreciate what the leadership of ANCA did to promote this. And if you go to the website, and up on the top it says after, I gotta make sure, it says after ANC, that this toolkit is located. So this toolkit is there to assist you, to guide you, and I'm emphasizing some important points from that toolkit. The other piece of this, of transitioning a military nurse officer into academia, we felt there needed to be information to the deans and directors and faculty of schools of nursing. And just recently, this last month, the National League for Nursing has posted on their website another toolkit to assist deans and directors with that. So we're very pleased with that. If we're going to be doing this, we feel that it would be important for you, if you're considering an academic position, a teaching position, that you seek a mentor, someone who is an individual who, what we would probably call bicultural. very knowledgeable about the civilian academic situation, and if at all possible, they have had military experience. That person will then be able to assist you in a smooth transition within the academic setting. Not only would they be able to do this with just general discussion, tell me a little bit about what you do, how you do it, as well as the pre-hiring process. Think about where this might be a reality for you as far as academic teaching opportunities, wherever you live, what might be the posting there. Then looking at your academic resume. The civilian academic CV is going to be different. So what we have to do is to be able to transition that military language that is so inherent within your CVs into academic terms. And that particular mentor will be able to assist you in those communication skills with that, so that they understand the terms. Instead of a medical commander using the term CEO role, community health, how do all of those fit in there? Your initial resume the language and the terms are important that you're going to be using for that particular CV. And with that CV has to be a very specific description of what you did. So instead of saying that I was a commander, medical commander of a particular hospital, talk about, because the civilian world does not know the impact that you made with the number of people that you were assigned. So describe the number of personnel, describe your budgets, how you impacted that, describe the clinical outcomes that were there, and the scope of practice that you had. And when you are looking at the development of your CV, make sure that you're looking at it from a perspective of what they are looking for. And what they are looking for are your teaching skills and your clinical skills. And so emphasizing that, by using that important mentor, they will be able to help you describe those pieces. And that then will provide a better description of what should be happening. Tailor your position to the hire in the areas that you're considering. So that helps to translate that. Having that bicultural mentor will help you in the process of transferring your thoughts and your roles into academia, as far as helping that person with rank and progression. As far as hire is concerned, we've divided that into 3 sections: pre-hire, hire, and then sustainment. Pre-hire is important because we really want to be concerned for you for a goodness of fit. Is it going to be good as far as your balance with what you're doing with your work-life situation, your clinical interest? Also, what kind of interview process is present there within a school of nursing? You've got the opportunity both for community college faculty positions as well as higher education positions in nursing. There are differences, and part of that is in the contract as far as the transparency, the salary as far as the role. We also want to make sure, and hopefully you are too, that you want to grow in that particular position, as well as that it's going to be of good fit, and retention. We want that to be there too. If you consider academia, we also need to talk about being bicultural yourself. You're living in 2 different worlds. You will be living in 2 different worlds. You have come from a world that probably has more structure, is more transparent, and probably had more authority and hierarchical structures there, your mission and your goal. Civilian environment within your academic world is going to have a little bit more ambiguous situations, and I see a number of people shaking their heads already. But yes, if a meeting is to start at 9 o'clock, the military person is there at 8:55, and they've got all their stuff together, and they're ready to make a decision. And the civilian world, at 9:10, the faculty will probably stroll in with their cup of coffee and talk about the day's work before they ever get to it. And guess what? That decision may extend for the next year before any decision. So there truly is a different kind of culture that's there. You can fit into it. I know you can fit into it. It's just, can you tolerate it? And understand that there's two different worlds. And those worlds can work together, but the understanding is very important. That's where that mentor that you started to talk with, again, becomes very helpful, because you can yell and scream at her, and she can assist you in guiding your adjustment there, but there will be a difference in that culture. But again, remember, the emphasis is on the student and what you're imparting there. So yes, you may have some frustration but initially when you come in, but that bicultural adjustment is and can be very easily overcome. Now, you may say, why do I need a mentor? I'm very sufficient. I'm capable of self-preservation. Yes, we know that you are. But again, in our interviewing with other military nurse faculty who have come over to the academic side, they also say that mentoring that I had with somebody I could talk to was extremely important. And so we really emphasize this. What you may also want to consider is, if you would like to join a faculty, is maybe think about a part-time position to get yourself incorporated within there. Or there are a lot of grants. You might look as to some of those grants. There might be a call for employment as far as a grant staff to pave the way into an academic setting, and see if that again is something to fit, as well as an adjunct faculty position. Valuable mentorship is important, we believe, and this has been played out in a study, and I'll talk about that in just a minute, but we certainly believe that at least having some professional development plan for you for at least a year helps with adaptation. Dr. Cheroloff, Katie, did a recent descriptive study, which we found so invaluable as an author team, because we went, yes! They really confirmed some of the thoughts that we had. And some of their findings include that the transition involved using their military knowledge, values, and norms with civilian nursing culture, formed a new academic identity for them. So it is possible for military nurse officers to become very valuable academic members within a school of nursing, and your skills are so valuable. They also talked about shifting from a collectivism to more of an individualism that is within an academic setting. Again, the military setting was, we've got to do this, we all got to work together, and we get it done. Academic setting, everybody is sort of on their own, they're doing their own thing, but they come together for the education of the faculty. And the last finding that I thought was so important was that mentoring and awareness help close that gap. And so I urge you to consider thinking about a academic appointment, to think about academic employment, and with that, provide a valuable service to the nursing students that we have and to the future that we have with nursing students and the education that's there. I've also included some references here. Again, I want to say that for the toolkit that is on the ANCA site, if you go up to the top of the toolbar on the right-hand side, it says after the ANC that the toolkit is there. It's something that you can peruse, and hopefully it's got valuable information for you.
Thank you very much, Myrna, for a great presentation. I'd like to give you our Army Nurse Corps coin and our envelope and a little gift. And we thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.
I want to see all of you in nursing education.